Peace and blessings. It's your boy Big C. What's up with it? Coming through. I'm in the jungle again. I'm in the jungle. I got my Rico shirts, you know. We ain't sweating it. We letting it. You know. It's a beautiful, what's the day? It's Wednesday. It's nice outside. It's Wednesday, July 21st. It's a beautiful day outside. We got the sun shining. I'm listening to my jazz outside. You know what I'm saying? In the garden.
Well, all right.
Gotcha.
Citizens of the universe.
You know? And yeah, man, I was having a discussion with my brother Broski today. We filmed an episode of Town Vision, and we was having this discussion about manhood 101. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we was talking about a lot of stuff about a lot of things going on, but it was interesting to see, you know, the brothers really was eloquent about what he was talking about, and his, you know, a lot of the young brothers from my generation, they're trying to get organizations to help the youth, you know. And I think it's very important because it looked like we left them behind. We left the kids behind, man. And you're getting the repercussions of not loving and take care of these kids, you know. So these kids is terrible right now. But we was terrible, you know. So there it goes. But one thing that this internet makes it more accessible for the youngsters to communicate with each other. And we were all impressed by other cultures and, you know, each other. We try to impress each other, you know. So a lot of the conversation that they have is to impress upon each other their beliefs and ideas. And it's not a lot of moral ground in the youngsters because they still, in shit. Most of them in puberty still, you know, and are just coming out of it. So, you know, we have to mess with our kids and love them and raise them. And you got to man up and take care of your children, man. Take care of the babies. Ain't nothing wrong with taking care of the babies. Yeah, but look, I'm in the garden, man. Look at that bud right there. Look at that bud. That's the buddy bud. That's the buddy bud. It's just, I got time of it. That one. Yeah. Yeah, man, I try to. It's medicine. Get that medicine in your body and relax. Peace and blessings in me. I've been keeping up with town business. It's been great. The garden looks chunky. Man, it's chunky monkey over here. And I got to stop smoking again, man. My job called me back, so I got to stop smoking again. It ain't no problem because every special occasion, you know, see, smoking is not that important, you know. That's what I was talking about with the young lady. You know, it make you lazy, it make you eat too much. You know what I'm saying? Smoking is cool, make you think, you know. But I can go without it for something that's really important to me. You know, if I gotta stop smoking, I gotta stop smoking. This is something that a man gotta do. You gotta man up. That's what this is about. But, you know, when you want to smoke sometimes and you're somewhere or you're having fun or if you smoke you a good quality bud every once in a while. You know, shoot, it comes and goes. I'm not sure just having my physicals. You're right, Rastus. You know, and a lot of people do deal with physical disabilities and as well as mental disabilities and depression and stuff like that. You know, so you know, and ADHD. You know, some people are just hyphy, and the weed calms them down. You know, but it is medicinal purposes to it. You know, I love smoking weed. Don't get me wrong, but if I gotta choose between my livelihood and smoking, I'm gonna, you know, I'm chilling out. That's man up, manhood 101. Yeah, and yeah, man, we was talking to me and brother Broski. He from 415 old school 415 group. Talks a lot about the early '90s rap, and you guys gotta check that out when it comes. But it was a great conversation. I love talking to people on these platforms because we discover a lot more about situations, individuals, and life in general. You know, life is about learning. You know what I'm saying? And if you go through life and you're not looking or at the whole picture and where you're going in your life, where you've been, you know, things around you. If you're not paying attention, life could, you know, drown you. You know, so you gotta be on point. Which I told her I didn't know about Vidal. So, right, you know what I'm saying? About Vidal, we didn't know we didn't know a lot of stuff neither. Yeah, but you gotta be on point in this life, man. You gotta be focused. You know, sometimes it's hard. And one thing that men don't understand that's the most powerful thing that a man could exhibit is his superpower is love.
Power of family.
Oh, huh?
I said the power of family.
Okay. All right, son. The kid. Yeah. Love. You know, if you gotta have some love, man. You gotta have some love and some compassion. A real man has an abundance of love and compassion, and that's why a lot of men, you know, strong guys who are leaders and religious leaders, and you know, it's that love. Martin Luther King, it was love. Even look at DMX. DMX had a lot of love for people, so you know he was conflicted in his heart because he knew that he was doing wrong, and he had some bad in him, but he had a lot of love in him too. You know, love is what brought a lot of people out of bad mental situations, physical situations, life situations. You know, it's kept a lot of people alive. It's God. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have that godliness, that love in your heart. Now, it's okay for a man to be, you know, the executioner of justice too. Because you gotta protect your family, man. You gotta slay the food and the highway robber, and you know you gotta protect the people, and you know, because it's animals out here. But over that, you got to be just being a just, decent person. You know what I'm saying? That's a true man. You know, it's a lot of strong. You know, we say it's not a lot of examples, but it is some great examples out here. And then it's just regular people. You know what I'm saying? Just regular people. It's some great individuals. You go to a pub or bar or be at the park or somewhere and run into somebody, you know, some families, and you know, you'll see that the fathers and the mothers, the matriarchs, the patriarchs of the family, they receiving the love and they got a beautiful family, you know. So it's out here. We just don't see it promoted so much on the media because it's not as exciting as seeing somebody sit in the car and get shot 12 times in the face. You know, They want to see that. They don't want to see Cliff Huxtable in real life. They don't want to see the first black doctor in the Bay Area. You know, yeah, love could be a shallow seen as software, man, from the eyes of an untrained our brother. It takes strength to love our people. It's like God is love. Yes, yes, it seems soft to a fool, Rasta, but a wise man, you know, you gotta read Proverbs. A wise man knows. You know, Moses had love, Jesus had love. These were incredible men, you know what I'm saying? What people misinterpret, you know, softness. You know, you think, oh, just because he got love, he's soft. My grandma, she was the most loving woman in the world, but she'll shoot you. She'll pop your ass. She had 38 in her pocketbook all her life. So, you know, a lot of people that's how a lot of people get their ass in the situations that they wish they wouldn't have got into, because, you know, in certain places I understand that it's a lot of people getting victimized. They victimizing the weak, but in some places, man, if you think you're gonna do something to certain people, you know, certain people look quiet and look volatile, docile, but but they kill you. You know what I'm saying? So that's I was raised around a lot of craziness, and in a bad area in Oakland, and a lot of violence. And what it taught me was to have respect and mind my own business, because you never know what will set people off. See, that's what's different with today. Today, you're just a J-Cat, a youngster, or a dope fiend, a lunatic, will just try you. You know what I'm saying? And then if you give them the business, you know, now you done got yourself intertwined in his mess, in his spirits, and your ass either gonna go to jail or get away, whatever, but you done mixed it up with this person. And this motherfucker is just crazy, you know? So I mind my business, and I don't even see a lot of the crime that happens, you know, because I don't travel in them circles. You know, as a man, I wake up in the morning and I go to work and I go home. You know what I'm saying? See, love, man, you know, love is misinterpreted. You know, love is a strength. The strongest thing you can do is restrain yourself. You gotta be strong, but we look at it as weakness. Like somebody do something to you, and you instantly want to get back at them. It's to some people, it's damn near impossible to stop themselves from going bonkers. But to some folks, like me, if say a woman came up and he would stop me. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't slap the shit out of me, but if she just slapped me like this, and I see that this motherfucker trying to provoke me, because they gonna take my ass to jail if I haul off and catch her, knock her ass out. They taking me to jail. And I'm gonna be in the news, and I'm gonna be the worst human being ever. So it takes strength for me to be like, oh no, you know, get this bitch off of me and get her away from me, rather than me. Now, I say it was my scenario was as a police there. If they see me defending myself, now she going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people that don't have that strength. It's strong in restraining yourself. It's strong. You see a case of money on the side of the bank. You know, there's cameras everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I know gonna run and try to get that money. I'm not fucking with that money, because that money is gonna send me to federal prison with the cameras, and it's, you know, so it's just it bipping. There's a thing out here they call bipping, where they break your car window and steal all your stuff out your car. You see some through a window. Is your grown ass gonna break their window and bip it? Restraint, you know, it's all about strength, man. You know what I'm saying? Love can be construed as something soft. It can be used as being soft. It can use, and it can be also hard, tough love too. You know what I'm saying? So it changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't when I went through the stuff I went through growing up. If I didn't connect with some compassionate people that I could talk to and that understood that we wasn't in a regular type of life, and helped me and coached me on what to do about that. It cared enough to do it, you know what I'm saying? And that's love, and they helped change me, and I played it forward, you know. So it's the reason that we are even conceived as babies. You know what I'm saying? Because of an attraction, a desire. You know what I'm saying? And most times it's love, but a lot of times it's lust and just some random stuff. But most of the time it's in love. You know what I'm saying? So it's the basis of the foundation. You gotta have some love in your heart. You can't just be a lunatic. It's unnatural. What we watching on TV every day and on the news and in our on these video screens in our phones, seeing these murders and deaths, and what we're watching and experiencing is numbing us to how disgusting and horrible and sad death is, especially death to our young kids. You know what I'm saying? So we're being manipulated mentally to accept that. We shouldn't even be, that shit shouldn't be able, we shouldn't be able to see that. Back in the day, it was a tape called, a tape used to be where you see people get snuffed out. It was a real snuff tape called Dead. I forgot what it's called, but you see motherfuckers actually getting killed, motherfuckers getting hit by a train or jumping off a roof, or I forgot what that thing was called. But we used to have to find a VCR tape. You had to buy that from somebody, or it would come on some crazy channel at night, and or HBO or something like that, and you watch that, and it would be crazy. It'd be like horrifying to see all that shit. But now we see it every day. Now we see it all the time. You know, sometimes you might pass by it in the city. So people are immune to how tragic and horrible and painful these deaths is. You know, so we gotta, we getting tricked, man. You know, you don't want to be a horrible person. You know, horror and the evil is never going to be above good, honesty, integrity, and love. Horror, evil, being amongst people like Jim Jones, evil motherfuckers. Jim Jones, who killed all those people with that the cup of Kool-Aid. Jim Jones, you got Hitler. He killed millions of human beings, just a monster. You got Leopold. You see what he did with the African. These are evil, crazy people. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have no love in them to destroy all those people's lives. So their death was horrible too. Their death was humiliating and horrible too. And we know that the energy, if you believe in life and death and God and heaven and retribution, it's going to be some retribution there. So if you want to be a real man, you gotta have that love, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Man up. It's all about the love. It's all about love. You know? And that's like in the 70s, man, when I was growing up, my father then, man, they used to sing. They used to have the doo-wop groups. So everybody, just like we have rappers in the 70s, our fathers wanted to be like the Spinners and the Whispers and the Stylistics and the Delphonics. So they would be singing, and we would be checking those guys out, man. My mom loved my dad, and that love, the spirit of that, man. It was the fun, the family. We come together as a family back then. Boy, you better not disrespect grandma, and because she got all 17 kids. Yeah, you love your grandma, but that's how tight the family was and how tight knit this family was. So, we got to get back to that. That's what's going. That's what's going to stop everything that's going on right now. Because if the kids had some structure around them, some parents that was parenting where they couldn't do the shit that they doing, where your uncle is gonna chase your ass down. He don't care if you better not have an AK, because Uncle Willie is coming to get you. And what you gonna do? Kill him? A lot of these kids is. So this is crazy. So yeah, man, I'm about to clock on out of here, man, and look at these buds. Look at this bud, man. Look at this right here. Look at this. That sucker. I just like looking at this. That's a nice baby. Look. That's a nice baby right there. So man, it's your guy, Big C, lounging, and I'm gonna take it on in. God bless you, Rasta, man. You the best, man. And right on, thanks for the wisdom. They smell great, and when I'm finished, when I'm finished, I give you a nice bud. If you're out here in the Bay, I give you a nice. This one is gonna be good too. So we make it happen. Yeah, but yeah, man up. We are in charge. You know what I'm saying? God made man the way we are, or the way we built, the way we structured, the way we think, for us to lead the household, lead the family, and lead the community. And what's happening is we've been separated. It's been a separation. The crack epidemic did it. It separated that feelings. Remember the feelings of the 70s and the music, the love. It separated that love to this acceptable death. Hey, Minister O.J. Zen, yes, sir. Alhamdulillah. It separated that love from the 70s, and we have to catch back. We have to build that bridge back up so we can have some of these pure emotions again. If a child was to observe us, some of us in our actions, they would be, it would scare them. You know what I'm saying? Especially out here, I see a lot of brothers how they move with innocent child that didn't know what was going on. They would be terrified. You got your pistol, you smoking, you're high, you're not on point. You know what I'm saying? We need to work together with our youngsters, with our OGs, with the all the fathers. We need to have a community father group or something everywhere, because that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. It's a black family. All our problems, we get our families together, some of our problems will be all right. So, peace and blessings, man. I got to go out here with some of my jazz. I be listening to jazz, man. All this crazy. I listen to hip hop too. We got some music coming out, and it's, I know I'm an old nigga, but watch, it's gonna be heated. And it's just because it's the 25th anniversary of a album that we put out in the 90s. So we open up a store. So we're gonna open up the store and we got a beautiful mural on the wall with a lot of artists. My little cousins drew it. It's so clean. It's a lot of the Bay Area artists on the wall. And you got a music studio inside the shoe store. It's a big little spot. And next door, we're gonna have like a Mac Dre lounge. Mac Dre, it's gonna be about Mac Dre, but it's gonna be a lounge and a chill out spot. And this is all happening in Oakland, California. So that's why we're putting that music together. And we work with a lot of people throughout the Bay Area, black business. Man, it's gonna be really, yeah. We got the next of kin. We got the pictures on the wall, and I mean, it's gonna be really nice, man. But it's gonna be open for everybody to come through, and we're gonna have a grand opening. I got Spice One coming out here Friday. I'm going to interview him for the podcast. Remember, it's the Town Vision podcast, you guys, on townvision.com. Go to Town Vision, TOWNVIZION, townvision.com, and check us out, man. We just talking shit and swallowing spit and trading game and lacing each other's boots and trying to make sure that we all on the code. I was saying to my mom, yeah, you're right about that, Master, Mr. OJ. And then with this pandemic, they separate us more. They trying to condition us to being antisocial, and that's not our natural nature. We some social people. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that we gotta be aware of, a lot that we gotta fight against, but it's up to us men to make sure that we're sharpening ourselves and giving ourselves the correct armor and the nutrients and the knowledge and the exercise and the staying on point and eating right, so we can take care of ourselves first. That's self-preservation is the first law of nature. Now we can take care of somebody else. So first, when I talk about love, it goes to you first. You gotta love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself. A lot of us, man, I tell you, man, I know gangsters, man, I know killers, and I talk to them. I'm a counselor too for a lot of good people, and I'm a confidant for a lot of good soldiers. And a lot of them say they didn't have no self-love. They didn't give a fuck about themselves. So that's why they was doing all that shit they was doing. Now that they changed their life and they grew up and got older, they exercise in self-love and they take care of themselves. They're valuable people to their children, to their wife, to their family members. And, so yeah, we talk about a lot of good, real manhood shit on Town Vision and on our platform. So you guys make sure you tune in to Town Vision. Check us out. And we got on the last episode, we got Chris the Fifth. Yeah. You got Chris the Fifth. You self-love. You can help. You love yourself. You can love your people around you. You can love your community. You know what I'm saying? But first, we got to start with loving ourselves. And take care of ourselves. So I'm 52 years old, man, and I still got it. They don't want to run up on them guns, man. I guess, but I ain't had no. I don't have confrontations because I'm a grown ass man. I will walk away at 6'2", 330. I turn around and walk away because I know that after them tussles, you be hurt. They be sore back and be hurting. And at 52, man, I ain't trying to be laid up in the bed all night. You had a nigga knock me inside my head. But yeah. Is not to have one. Correct. Yeah. So yeah, man. I played. Y'all check out the video I made the other day, man. Y'all can listen to some of that. Take a sneak peek of some of that Next of Kin music that we got coming. It's old school, but I'm gonna tell you, we got heat. You know what I'm saying? And we were real, authentic, organic artists that really loved hip hop when we was young, and we still do. You know, so that's why we got the studio. We're trying to help some youngsters get on. Y'all let them know that we got a studio, and if they need something, you know, we charging. But if they want to, you know, get in the loop and get on, we're gonna help them. Yeah. So peace and blessings, man. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all be up. Take care. One love.